Hi. Update us with your squad for this weekend.
Pulisic is still injured. Kante is injured. Tammy Abraham is injured, and that's it.
What's the problem with Tammy?
Same. So we're trying to find a solution. It's obviously frustrating that he comes in and out somewhat, but he's injured.
Where are we with Ruben Loftus-Cheek? He was on the bench last weekend, but then wasn't part of the squad against Bayern.
Yeah, Ruben's in the squad again tomorrow. We haven't had great opportunity to get Ruben game time as much as we want. I felt at Tottenham he could be an impact in some sort in the game, and that would have been suitable for him to get some minutes. Bayern was a different animal of a game, so I took a different decision for him to get some good training in the week. So he's back in the squad.
What would it mean for him to be back playing for you?
A lot, because he hasn't.
What would it mean to him?
Well, very much, yeah, very much so. Because it's a lonely place. It's a long time. He was in a very good run of form last year. I thought he was playing really well, and you could see his development and confidence of getting in the first team. And he hasn't kicked a ball for me. So, with the ability he's got, I think he's one of the most exciting midfield players, English midfield players, and Premier League players because of what he is, his attributes. So we all want him back, and as you say, him more than anyone.
You said you learned a lot about your players in midweek. What sort of a response have you seen over the last couple of days? What sort of a response do you need to see this weekend?
Well, the response will be what we see tomorrow. The lads are fine in training. They looked determined this morning. Things like this happen in football. There are moments, there are games, there are everything individually where it's a tough match, a tough game. It opens your eyes somewhat, and then the tester then is how you come back from that, individually and collectively. So I'm interested to see the reaction. It feels like it'll be good. As I say, the determination in training is there to see. Our last Premier League performance was very, very good. So we have to carry on from that.
Did what happened in midweek, did that undo some of the good work against Spurs?
I wouldn't relate it to Spurs. I would just say that in the bigger picture, it was, as I said, a lesson for the players because we played against very, very high level opposition. And they were better than us on the night in most departments. And I think that's probably, as I said after the game, a reality check for all of us here. It's nothing that surprising to me. I didn't expect the result. I thought we could perform better against Bayern Munich, but I knew this season where we're at, we have no divine right for anything other than things we work for. And at the minute, we're in fourth place, which people didn't probably quite expect. And we have to fight to the end for fourth.
How many other teams do you think are in the mix for top four?
I don't need to go exactly in numbers, but when you look around us and you look at the form of Manchester United, and they're already a strong outfit that brought very well last summer, 150 million or what on 3 very good signings. Another players coming in the window that have strengthened them. They look good. Similar with Tottenham, 2 windows they've spent money. They're a good team. Arsenal, you can't write off teams of that quality that are not that far behind you. And Sheffield United, Wolves, you have to respect them because they're really, really strong teams in their own way. So there are lots in the competition, and we respect them, but also we have to just worry about ourselves. We are in this position, so we have a fight on. Keep saying it.
Last 2 in, please.
Burnley are also on the same number of points as well.
Yes, listen. That's why I didn't want to say exactly how many, because you're going to tell me I left one out. I'm not disrespecting Burnley. Anyone who's within range, they're in the top half, rightly so, because you only get what you deserve in this league at the end. Then they should be in the conversation.
Tell us about Kepa. He's not played now for 5 matches in a row. Okay, one of those was the FA Cup. How has he been? How is your relationship with him?
My relationship's fine. Between player and manager, I have 20 so players to keep happy. I can't keep them all happy at the same time, and all I expect there is professionalism in training, which Kepa's given. And every position is the same. You train well to try and get in the team. If you're not in it, when you play, you try and play at performance levels that keep you in the team. That's the standards we have to have at this club, the ones that I demand. Every player is in control of their own destiny to a degree with that and how they turn up every day. And yeah, Kepa's training well, but Willy Caballero also is training well and has been playing pretty well, made some really good saves against Bayern Munich. So I have competition there. But I will decide as we go, and that's why I am very strong on the fact that how you train and how you turn up every day is pivotal in how you are as a Chelsea player.
What do you
Last
say
one,
to those who
please.
are already suggesting that maybe Kepa won't be here next season?
Well, I've read quite a bit of false nonsense articles this week of people probably guessing players. As I just mentioned you there, every time a Chelsea player puts on the shirt, they're in control of their destiny somewhat individually. We can't always control collectively what a result will be, but individually you can control that. So all I'm focusing on is what we do game by game now to try and get the best finish to this season that we possibly can. And then of course there are decisions for the club ongoing in the summer. We have to look at that, but there's no way I'm jumping into the future now. And as I say, a lot of those reports were wrong.
Lindsay.
When you were talking about some of the other teams around you, you talked about the spending money, which is something that hasn't really happened here after the ban's been lifted in the last window. Do you think that's played a part potentially in how far Chelsea can go in that top four?
Well, we can't, as I say, we couldn't control the ban that happened, and we knew that, and I suppose we also lost, for me, the best player in the Premier League, Eden Hazard. So this season was never going to be a given. We weren't going to be given anything because everyone's trying to improve around us. What we're trying to do is improve on the training pitch. I know what the squad is now. I'm certainly not harping back to January now because we have to work now to try and finish the season well. We've shown we can get into fourth position. Now we have to kick on a game for the run-in. So.
In terms of your own managerial season, the shift in focus these last 7 days, how have you found it going from important Premier League matches in that race, then Bayern Munich in the Champions League, because this is the first for you? Yeah, but it doesn't feel a first because I've played that a long time as a player here. And wherever you are, whether I was at Derby last year and when we were in the run-up to the playoffs, the shift in focus happens all the time, from cup to league to the next opposition. The important part of my job is not to get caught up in too much of the outside world and opinion because I have to work and the games come thick and fast. So in between games, I'm always striving for the positive reaction to the next game. Even after Tottenham, when we win, I want to get even better than that. So it doesn't really change that much.
Liam Twomey, please.
Frank, at the end of this week, where do you stand on the three at the back system? Because you used it for two really big games. Obviously, you had a great result against Spurs. Didn't work so well against Bayern. Where do you stand on it now?
I stand on the fact that we have to be fluid, and results are normally because of how we perform as players. How the input against Tottenham with the three at the back was fantastic and it worked, and against Bayern we made mistakes, some individual errors during the game that were crucial. 2 goals in a few minutes in a game of that level is very difficult to come back from. We know that. So I stand where I stood at the start of the week.
And just to confirm, you did mention Callum among the injuries.
Sorry, Callum is the one that was in my head. The one that I did mention. He's not fit.
Nizar.
Frank, I was just going to ask you about Christian Pulisic. Has he been out for longer than you expected initially? And could you just maybe expand a little bit on his fitness at the moment?
Yes, because the projected time out was a lot less than what it's turned out to be. So yeah. However, I had a similar injury myself as a player and was out for 3 months, the worst injury I had. So I can certainly speak with him and sympathise with the detail of the injury because it's not an easy one. I re-injured it trying to be too keen to come back. I know it's a delicate injury, so I'm sort of in the middle. Yes, I expected him back quicker, but knowing the injury, I can see that it's a difficult one.
I guess there's attributes to something you might have missed as well in midweek. It would have been good time against Bayern.
Yeah, the way Christian was playing in his really hot patch where he came into the team and you could see he was up to speed. He was offering us he can go by people. His ability to do that, his pace in the game, of course, we'll miss him.
Could I just confirm, is it an adductor injury?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you.
Carrie.
Frank, it was interesting that in the week in the Champions League, the referee went to the monitor to look at the red card decision, sent off your player, whereas you've seen two opposition players not sent off for going for the review system. We've been told that referees are being encouraged to go to the review system for the big decisions, but we haven't seen it yet. What was your view of all that? Was there some exasperation?
Well, my view is the referee should have gone to look at the Maguire incident against Manchester United, and then I think he would have given a red card. My view is that he didn't need to look at it against Tottenham. It was very clear for VAR to get it at Stockley Park, and they got it wrong. So they should be looking at the monitors more, and then there's no use in saying that they're encouraged to unless they start to do that. And my feeling is now it's one of the we know that in VAR needs some form of change because I don't think anybody's particularly happy with it, and maybe that's understandable in year one in the Premier League. So we have to look at the areas of where we can improve it, and going to the monitor is certainly one, because we've seen, well, we've been on the end of two ones that have, one affected a result, possibly, probably, and one didn't, but could have done as well.
Do you have any conversations with Jose Mourinho after that match? Because he came, of course, into Tottenham in 14th position, but they were Champions League finalists, and now is it any surprise to you that you'll be tussling the top four with him maybe all the way to the end of the season?
No, and I didn't speak to them after the game, but I expected them to be in the race. They're too good a team to not be in the race. The points in this league can change very quickly for different reasons. You get on a run of wins, it can change the picture, so I expected Tottenham to be there.
Frank, just with Tammy, I know you said obviously he was keen to break through the pain and you were happy to do that. Frustrating then, I guess, that if he's suffered a setback, and does he have to have a period of time just sort of out fully now where he just gets rid of this problem entirely, do you think?
I don't know. We need to see. I'll speak to the doctors daily about it, but we're not actually clear on that one. At the minute, yeah, he's not doing anything active for the next couple of days. So I don't know.
Not sure how long